My name is Dr. Sume Percival Chisha. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist who's been practicing as a specialist for the past 4 years. I'm from Zambia, and I came from an institution that offers second level services, and I came to learn of this training through the Ministry of Health. That's the Director Technical Services, who called and informed me that there was this training for obstetricians and gynecologists that had to do with reproductive medicine and, in short, assisted reproductive techniques in India. So I took up this opportunity and joined the team that came through, of which I think from Zambia we only came the 2 of us, but we are part of the 10 specialists that have been trained, and as well as on the other part 2 staff were invited to come and do embryology. Coming from Zambia, which is a third world country, and indeed of note is the inadequate resources that are there. Infertility is one of the health challenges that has faced the country, and looking at the services in the country, there's only one facility that is offering the full range of fertility services, from the simplest services, which is just the stimulation of the ovaries as one would be made to ovulate, to the full IVF package. However, in the government or in the state, we do not have an institution that is offering these services. And I would say that indeed we cannot run away from the many challenges that we are facing as a country, as a Ministry of Health, and of which of note we have the staff or the specialists to offer this service. Indeed a few, although I would like to mention that, as I'm saying, we are 10 of us in the government. Coming from a country that is rich in cultural values, although Western cultural practices have been creeping in the country, infertility from the cultural point of view, for me, is taken as a taboo. When someone is found to have this particular problem, they are discriminated. So there is stigma culturally that is associated with a person who is noted to have this particular problem, both the female as well as the male. This training being facilitated or funded by Merck Foundation has come at the right time, when there is a realization that indeed a lot has to be done in reproductive health, and to be specific as far as issues of infertility are concerned. This training, for a start, what's happening is that there is building of capacity in healthcare workers after realizing that there is a very huge gap in the inadequate, if not none, of trained not only clinicians but as well as the lab specialists, which are the embryologists. So the capacity is built by provision of through the training in the provision of knowledge and acquiring of skills, so that as we get back to our stations, we are able to offer these services, and of which the quality should not be compromised. so that ultimately we achieve couples that are fertile and are able to reproduce healthy, productive children. After successfully undergoing this training, as I get back home, for me it's a privilege to have been trained under MEC, and the knowledge acquired in the provision of these services regarding infertility are going to be put into good use. For a start, I've benefited in the sense that I've acquired this knowledge which, going into specifics, I wouldn't have been able to have acquired at home. Then the patient who I will encounter is going to benefit in the sense that we're going to work through and indeed come down to the level and point out why this particular person or this particular couple are infertile and intervene in assisting them. And as a nation, it's good because the numbers are improving for the clinical specialists that have been trained, which is 10, as well as the embryologists, of which there will be 2. So getting back to Zambia, my country, what I would initially do is to work with the government to enhance, one, in the sensitization that needs to be done, so that the masses are aware that even if they have these problems, they should not be stigmatized or discriminated, and it's a problem that has got solutions and they can be treated so that they can have kids just like any other couple that is having kids. Having undergone this training, I'm very thankful to Merck Foundation for this gesture that has been accorded to myself, as well as my colleagues that came before me, the ones I'm with and the ones in future. Please continue with these trainings that you're offering to individuals that are coming from countries that are of low social inadequate resources, I should say, or third world countries, because this gesture really goes a long way in improving the quality of not only this couple that is affected, but overall it's the people that are around them and the community at large. Thank you so much.